And welcome in. My name is Karen. This is Lost Souls Tarot. I'll fix my microphone a wee bit. I'm always paranoid that I'm just a wee bit quiet, although that's now in view. Um, yeah, okay, let's get started. It's Saturday night, Valentine's night. Rest of the world's probably out on dates, or there's other people sitting at home like me, just going. I've not really been doing that. But I hope there are people out having a lovely time this evening. Okay, I'm going to start with the Ouija deck. There's some choice swear words in this deck. This is the first deck I ever made. I have got 10 homemade decks now. They've all got different names. This is the Ouija deck. If you're not from Scotland, Ouija is a slang term for someone from Glasgow. I'm originally from the West Coast, but I've lived, and most of my family's from the West Coast, and yeah. Solar plexus chakras coming out first. I can. Okay, so someone feeling empowered that they can do something. Next week. So what's happening next week? Oh, we don't know now. Today and Capricorn wanting to come out. I'm not going to take them. No, okay. Let's just keep going. That one. June. So something that's happening between next week and June, or June last year and next week. Something to do with your solar plexus chakra, which I'm getting an empowerment feeling, like, or confidence. Okay, we've got someone who's a bit glaikit. I don't think this is a collective, but take that as it resonates. We can all be glaikit at certain points of your day. Okay, so you might have a crush on someone who's a bit glaikit, or you might be feeling a bit glaikit because you've got a crush on someone. Take that as, oops, that one kind of flipped and it flipped back. No, it's two, so I'm not taking them. Okay, we've got a wee, that's one of my favourite words. I'm not going to say it out loud, but if you can read it. There we go. You can definitely read that one. I might take one more just because I can squeeze them on top of each other. Because glaikit isn't taking up that much space, actually. Really, I would love to see you next Tuesday words. That would just make my day if it came out. It is in here, but there's 80 cards. We've got a 1 in 74 chance of it coming out. Come on, see you next Tuesday. No, it's too many. Come on. I occasionally swear. Oh no, it's too many again. Come on, give me one. The deck's not playing ball now. It's like, no, you're not getting any more cards. You're not swearing. You're lowering the tone. West Coast. Okay. So if you're the West Coast of whatever you are, so you might be on the West Coast, or this person might be on the West Coast. I'm currently on the East Coast. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of a hopscotch. No, that's not the one. I'm going to pull out some. Yeah, I'm just going to do tarot, but I'm going to do some more cards down the side first. This is the Ancient Symbols deck. It has Norse runes in it, Greek symbols, Celtic symbols. I think there's one Egyptian symbol in there, the Ankh. When I pictured this in my head before I drew them all, I thought my arts are. Please don't laugh at my handiwork and my art skills of some of these symbols. It's quite a lot to decorate 80 cards with symbols. I've got a bit lazy in the hand doing most of them, so we'll see how we fare. I'll take 3 of these ones. I haven't used this deck in a while. Okay, I've got, oh wow, Artemis, straight off the bat, Artemis. Perfect shot, okay. I'll go through them once I've pulled 3. Okay, we've got Antimony coming out. Oh, okay, we've got 4, but I'm going to take them. Okay, so the first one we had coming out was Artemis. She's a goddess of the hunt. Hang on, I need my spectacles because and I abridged a lot of this information as well. So Artemis is from Greek mythology, or in Roman mythology, she's called Diana. She's the goddess of the hunt and the moon. Artemis is a daughter of Zeus and Leto, as well as Apollo's twin sister. Also known as the goddess of childbirth and midwifery. In Roman mythology, her name is Diana, and I've drawn a wee bow and arrow in perfect shot here. So, could be Cupid's arrow. Could be something else. Could be straight into someone's back. Let's see how the reading goes. Okay, we've got Antimony was the second one come out, which is an alchemy symbol. Antimony represents man's free spirit or animal nature. It is sometimes associated with the wolf. Now, what's interesting is that's coming out under the goddess of the hunt. And I've got the free spirit here. So actually, is someone trying to take down your free spirit with an arrow? With a shot to the heart? Maybe. Okay, let's keep going. So we've got Eostra coming out, which is Easter essentially, which is a Celtic symbol. It's like a wee bunny ears. Eostra was a pagan deity. Celtic tribes held feasts in Eostra's, I assume that's how you pronounce it. If I'm mispronouncing it, I do apologise. In Eostra's honour, but this tradition died out with Christianity, replaced by the Easter celebration of the resurrection of Jesus. Germanic Eastern customs, including hares and eggs, may come from the festival of Eostra. Okay, so interesting, we had next week in June, but something significant may be happening around Easter or happened around Easter last year. Because, yeah, I'm really getting the feeling that someone tried to take down your free spirit, but let me see. And I've got the wheel of Taranis, which is like another Celtic symbol. In Celtic mythology, the wheel of Taranis is the god of thunder, who was worshipped primarily in France, Britain, and Ireland. Taranis was the recipient of human sacrifice. Oh, people sacrifice humans to... Right, I've got it. Okay, according to the Roman poet Lucan, usually depicted as a bearded man, often with a thunderbolt and a wheel in his hands. She's the god of thunder. Okay. So, what I'm getting from these cards is, and this might be to do with this person here. Take it as it resonates, if you can read that. Who you had a crush on. But this person, I really get the feeling that they didn't like your free spirit, they didn't like your light, they didn't like your whatever you shining, and they tried to take you down with a strategic arrow. But let's see how the reading goes. It could be that you took there was something else and you tried to take someone down, but I'm just going to take a couple from the Happy deck, and then I might just take 1 or 2 from the High Priestess deck, and then we'll just go straight into, so let's go straight into the tarot. But, actually, do you know what? Let's take one of these. I lifted these out. Work Your Light Oracle cards. It says you are the oracle at the bottom of the box. That's quite cool. Are these the right way up there? Oops, right. There's one straight out the bat. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing their threshold. Wow. That's a really cool card. You'll never be able to see the artwork here, but there's a beautiful archway and everything's kind of grey and dark in the forefront, but it's almost like light at the end of the tunnel. So you've been through a rite of passage. I think if this person did try to dim your light, and then you became the god of thunder, I think it was like it was a lesson and something you needed to learn from. And I think that whatever it was you learned, I don't think you'll do it again. If that makes sense. No, we're not taking that one. It didn't pop out. I need to get more discerning with my cards. I think that's too many. Just one. We're just taking one, and then we're going to go straight to the tarot. Oops. I'm taking this one. Okay, I've got yes. Just say yes. Really? With this vibe? Okay, this feels like a new energy. This might be something else later in the narrative. Something after you've been through this rite of passage here. But let's see. I'm gonna start with the tea leaf oracle again. That was fun actually. I quite enjoyed that. And then they all fell over the floor, and I spent 10 minutes clearing them up off the floor after I finished the reading last night, which was fun. Okay, I'm gonna have a sip of my tea as well. Let's ring the bell while I'm having a sip of my tea. This deck's crazy. Just slightly too many. I should probably do... No, we're definitely taking that one. And that one, and that one. Right, okay. Let's see how we're faring with that one. Let's take this clump that fell out first. Right, so this is in reverse. I. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. But it's in the reverse. That's interesting. So maybe you didn't listen to your intuition about this person. Because it's right next to Mrs. Arrow. Got mule. Someone is extremely unwilling. Someone is extremely unwilling. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, but it's in the reverse. So you didn't trust your intuition about someone, but you were willing to change and heal. Okay. Got a short journey coming out. I'm not really sure what order these came out in, so I'll take this one next. February. So we're in February now. That was the only month that popped out. That's interesting. I'll take this one next. Purse. Pay attention to your finances. Then we've got Lion. Time to act. I don't feel like that should go out and trust your intuition though. I'm going to put it down on top of Mule. This is about willing to change, time to act. Got Bridge in reverse. Successfully overcoming a problem. Yeah, that should go there, which is on top of not listening to your intuition. So as long as you didn't listen to your intuition about this person, you couldn't overcome the problem. But then you were willing to change. And this one's kind of like side on. I'm not sure. It's not really upside down or in the reverse. It's dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. I'm going to take it in the upright. I'll put it on top of short journey. And then angel, which is kind of between upright and in the reverse. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Absolutely. So you're this month in particular, you're spiritually protected. I'm going to take one more. Just one, please. Just one, please. That's it. It's popped straight out the back. We've got dolphin. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. On top of purse, pay attention to your finances. So you've got money coming in as well. I've potentially got money coming in. Right, I'll put those tea leaf cards in a sensible spot. Right, since we're in the very tail end of winter, I thought I would use the Seasons of the Tarot Winter... Oh, I'll say that again. Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot cards. So, because we've got about a week of winter left, and then we're into spring officially. So, I thought I would use these before. I can't really use them for... well, I can use them. It's just, you know, it's not very appropriate to the season, so... Oh, and I've just remembered I get confused between the artisan and the initiate. I might need to get my cheat sheet out. I always forget which one's the equivalent of the page in the night. These cards are beautiful. They're so blue. Right, okay, tell me about this not listening to your intuition and not overcoming a problem. I'm interested in this just say yes as well. It doesn't really fit in with the rest of the cards. It's kind of funny, like you've got the initiation and then I don't know if you can see, but there's kind of blue and kind of pastel colours through the archway here, and then the card which is just say yes. It's almost like in the shape of that archway as well. It's like you've got through the passage and the other side and it's just say yes. So I've got the Five of Swords coming out. I'll take a few more before I... Which in this card is represented by 5 lightning bolts. I think most of the swords are lightning bolts in this deck. That's way too many. Got the Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles want to come out. That's not a great combination. And then that's just too many. I'm not going to read them. And I've got Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So the Five of Swords, while we're waiting, is about... kind of... Oh, it's too many. The Artisan's the Queen. It's too many again. I just want one. Please just give me one. I've not used this deck in a while. I forgot some of the major arcana. I've got different names as well. Yeah, the Artisan is equivalent to the Queen. I think that there's an initiate. Okay, we've got the Winter Hanged Man, which is actually lovely. Well, okay, there's the Five of Swords if you can see it. There's somebody outside next to, standing on a tree stump, almost like commanding the 5 bolts of lightning there, and the Five of Swords. Okay, and then we've got the Hanged Man, and it's a girl hanging upside in the tree, and she's got really long hair that's flown onto the floor. A little fox is curled up next to her, and she's reading a book upside down. She's pretty chill. Got a little bit of a hermit vibe from this one. So the Hanged Man is about being stuck, but sometimes when you're stuck and you're upside down, you can view things from a different perspective and a different viewpoint, which is funny because that's coming under this one about being willing to change. So I think you were willing to look at a different perspective. The Five of Swords is about a bullying relationship or a tumultuous relationship. It can, yeah. Yeah. So whoever this person, whoever that represents this Artemis's bow, this arrow, it's almost like she's facing it straight on. Like, I think you just saw it coming. I think you saw each of these swords coming. And you just kind of stared them in the face. And then at some point you're like, I need to change, or I need to assert boundaries, or whatever it was with this person. And maybe you got a little bit stuck, because it's kind of weird. The Hanged Man is on top of Time to Act, which is the Lion. It's a bit of Leo energy, a bit of fire there. Interesting. Got the Moon, or in this one, the New Moon. Pisces energy. So there's just kind of a black moon in the sky. You can't see it. You can see the outline of the moon because it's a new moon. And there's a girl with a candle. She's got really long hair and a plait, and she's been followed by what looks like her pet fox or pet dog. And she's just walking towards a citadel in the snow. So slightly different theme to the normal new moon, but it's about what's hidden. I'm guessing it's what's hidden in this dark face of the moon because it's completely obscured by the shadow of the earth. You can't see what's in the moon. You can't see the moon. What's this horse? Short journey and a distant friend is thinking of you. So the moon, or the new moon in this case, is about listening to your intuition, or it's about what's hidden and what your intuition knows is there. Nine of Wands. In this instance, it is 9 candles, one of which has been held by this little figure that looks a little bit like Little Red Riding Hood with a red cloak. We've got the Wounded Warrior, or traditionally it's the Wounded Warrior, so it's about defending yourself, or, you know, you just keep fighting, you just keep going. And that's coming under February and Angels, so spiritual, oops, got, You're being spiritually protected. Just keep going. That's essentially what that's saying. Just keep going. I've got the Winter Tower, the Tower. Wow. There's kind of like a kind of sorceressy, witchy type figure on the hill. She looks like she's commanding the lightning to strike the tower. It's the lightning struck tower in this case. This tower's coming down. It's really quite cool. So this is coming under the finances. So there was the purse and financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. But there's a tower coming in. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad tower. It can be a good tower. I'm going to change the deck. This is the Azure Arcana Tarot deck. This gives me a bit of a strange negative. Oops. Oh, that's not on the floor. Right. Yeah. This deck's feeling a little more cooperative. I might get a third set out. Tell me about this. That's far too many, but we've got the Knight of Pentacles wanting to come out. Just one, please. It's too many. King of Swords wanting to come out. That one. Knight of Cups. Top of the Five of Swords. Getting the feeling that that's this crush energy, this wee F-shite. It's almost... Did I not see an arrow on the back? It's almost as if you've got your back to this Knight of Cups because she's facing away. You can only see her back and her hair blowing in the wind. Did I not see an arrow to the back? Oh dear. This person stabbed you in the back. Or fired in it. It's the same thing. They fired an arrow through your back. But, you know, they stabbed you in the back. I mean, they look like a Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. Top of the Hanged Man. What's interesting is the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. The Knight of Cups is his back to the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is coming out on top of the Hanged Man, which I think you're the Queen of Cups energy. This person did something and they either turned their back on you or they've gone already. Because this Queen of Cups, she's very contemplative. Contemplative? Contemplative. She looks a little mournful, actually. Possible water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I need to get better at shuffling badly so the cards fall out. I've said this before, I grew up playing cards at my grandmother's house and, you know, boxing the cards. Making them fall out is against my nature. I really don't want to go there. That one. No, that one. Ace of Swords. Top of the new moon. It's interesting that the Ace of Swords has come out on top of the moon. Because the moon, as I said, it's what your intuition knows, but you can't see or you don't know, or it's nothing tangible. But the Ace of Swords is like the sword of truth, the sword of clarity that's coming in about this. The cards have been very strange. They've been very elusive. Like, there's just a hint of betrayal here, a hint of being stabbed in the back. But the cards are very quiet. They just feel really contemplative. Almost like it took your breath away. Like it stunned you into silence, maybe. Can't change the deck halfway through a line, that would be weird. That one. Five of Swords again. What's interesting in this one is there's 2 swords on the ground and he's carrying 3, which is... Oh, I'm going to get it wrong. Is it grief, sorrow and loss? And he's got his back turned. He's walking away from the fight. In this one, she's facing the swords. Almost like she's commanding the lightning, similar to the tower here, where she's commanding the lightning to take down the tower. And this one, he's got his back to the fight and he's walking away with the 3 swords and 2 are on the ground. So the 2 on the ground are confusion, lack of being able to see things clearly and make a decision. And the 3 are heartbreak, sorrow and loss. Is it heartbreak, grief, sorrow and loss? Oh, I forget what the 3 swords are. I'm going to take that one. I've got the Magician on top of the tower. So this person really tried to manifest the tower for you. And especially because the 5 of Swords has come out twice. And I'm getting this it's through words. And it might not be words to you if, you know, it was stabbing you in the back or it was an arrow through the back. It might be through other people. It's not clear. I mean, we do have the Ace of Swords right in the middle of the reading and the moon, which is quite powerful. And there's a wreath around the sword, almost like a victory wreath as well. And there's mountains in the foreground. Now I'm feeling another deck. Okay, that deck's not working for that one. That deck's not working for me. I'm going to get another one. Sorry, guys. I'll just get come into view. I'm going to take, what do we want? Let's try Light Seers and let's try this deck. Okay. I'm going to start with the craft cards. Actually, no, let's start with Light Seers. I wasn't expecting the decks not to. They weren't playing ball. Do you know, it's almost like, I almost get the feeling that the cards don't want me to talk about this. Like it feels very painful what this person did. So much so that it's almost like you don't want to think about it. Like she just looks so sad, just sitting there with her cup, protecting her cup. On top of the Hanged Man. Bit stuck. You might have been hung up on this person for a long time. And, you know, it's almost like you've got your back to the sword of truth, like you didn't want to look at the truth. You didn't want to look at what was hidden. Because she's got her back turned to the moon and the Ace of Swords. Okay, we've got the Chariot and the Knight of Cups again. Okay. So the Knight of Cups coming out on top of the Queen of Cups. We've got double Knight of Cups here. This time he's holding some red roses and his horse is kind of just like prancing around in the background. So I think this Knight of Cups came in quite fast. This feels like this one's going to tell me the narrative of this Knight of Cups. Feels like they came in charging in. Swept you off your feet maybe. Maybe a little too fast. Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior again. Nine of Wands, Nine of Wands, Knight of Cups, Five of Swords, Five of Swords. It might not tell me any more than it's already told me. Oops, there we go. We've got the High Priestess. She kind of came out on her side. She came out upright, but then she kind of flipped around to her side. I'm going to take her in the upright. So here you didn't listen to your intuition. And you were staring at these Five of Swords, this, whatever these words were, this manipulation. Because I've got the Magician here. These, whatever these words, take that as it resonates. I can't get a feel on the words from this Knight of Cup. And he came in rushing really quickly. But now you're listening to your intuition. After you no longer turn your back to the Ace of Swords and the Moon, and you face it, and you listen to your intuition, you see this person clearly. What's interesting about this second Nine of Wands is she's disappearing again through a tunnel. She's disappearing through a tunnel. Whether she's walking away, I get a very much walking away energy from that one. It's not because she's it's because often the Wounded Warrior is standing and just like defending herself with the one wand and the other 8 are behind her. This is, she's got her candle and she's just walking away. And now I've got the King of Cups coming out on top of the Magician and the Tower. So what's interesting is this King of Cups looks totally zen. He's just sitting, meditating, chilling, his legs crossed. So whatever this person tried to manifest for you, it made you step into your King of Cups energy. So the Queen of Cups, I probably didn't mention it. She's very emotionally intelligent, very nurturing, very caring. King of Cups is similar. He's very emotional, but he's emotionally intelligent. Caring, has an open heart, and is a leader. So is the Queen of Cups, but he's completely zen. So I get the feeling this person tried to manifest for power for you, possibly with your finances, because there was abundance up here. Well, there was money and then financial gain was coming to you. But you just seem really chill. Like this Queen of Cups, she seems really kind of heartbroken, contemplative, sad. This one's just like, you're over it. Like once you can see the truth, you're much calmer. And whatever this tower this person tried to bring in for you and manifest for you, it didn't happen the way they thought it was. And because you walked away, 8 of Cups. And that's coming in on top of the Chariot. So this person came rushing in. I've got 2 Knight of Cups on the table and they're both next to the Queen of Cups. And you just walk away. That's twice the Knight of Wands tried to come out. I saw the Knight of Wands twice there. That's a bit flighty, a bit fiery, a bit playery. He would have come out on top of the Knight of Cups. I'll take this one, the Emperor. Aries energy. This Knight of Cups thinks he's an Emperor. And he thinks he's strategic. He's sitting here with is it the Bishop? He's the Bishop in his hands from the chess set. So there's a sense of strategy here. This is a Knight of Cups because his energy's come out twice, who thinks he's an Emperor and he's really, really not. He's just a Knight of Cups. Oh, right, I've got 2. I'm going to take both because they came out separately. Okay, so this one, Knight of Wands, I knew it. Knight of Wands was desperate to come out on top of the 9 of Wands. Now, Knight of Wands can be a bit of a passionate player, but in this one, the girl's just sitting playing the, it's not the bongos, but it's some kind of drum with a skin over it. She's just chilling, having a great time, having fun. I'm not sure if this is your energy or their energy, and we've got the Ten of Swords. Five of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords in the back. This person absolutely wanted to stab you in the back. And you can see that. Your intuition could see what this person was doing. I'm not sure who this Knight of Wands is. I'm not sure if it's the Knight of Cups or your energy or someone else. I think you sidestepped this Ten of Swords because she's not lying on the ground with the Ten of Swords on her back. There's birds flying over her head, which is almost like the threat of a Ten of Swords. It's almost like you deflected the Ten of Swords because you did listen to your intuition. The Hierophant. Yeah. Again, he's sitting cross-legged right on top of the King of Cups, sitting cross-legged, totally zen. Spiritual pathway. Is that a mandala or is that the tree life? That's a tree life at the top, I think. Taurus energy there. Totally chill on top of the totally chill King of Cups. You've gained wisdom. The Hierophant has wisdom. It's the same person as the King of Cups. It's not a separate energy. Sometimes it can be someone in power or an official person, like the police or a judge or something like that. In this instance, it's just your energy. You definitely gained some wisdom here. And he's looking totally cheery. I think this Knight of Wands is your energy, actually. I think you're like just chilling, having a good time. I mean, you're the Wounded Warrior. But I think maybe seeing the truth. I think for a while, I think this Queen of Cups didn't want to look at the truth, didn't want to look at what was hidden. But as soon as you did, and you became the Wounded Warrior, that's when you were able to accept it and just start moving on and listen to your intuition and essentially avoiding this Ten of Swords, this ultimate. I mean, it probably was a betrayal and an ultimate betrayal, but it maybe wasn't as bad as it could have been if you hadn't listened to your intuition, if that makes sense. And this person tried to manifest the tower for you, whatever it was, but it's almost like it just turned into 10 crows or ravens rather than swords. Four of Pentacles, holding on. Who's holding on? To this Emperor. Knight of Cups, Emperor. Five of Pentacles. So going from the 4 to the 5, which is not a disaster. The first Pentacles that have come out in this reading. It is. It's all swords and wands. Wow. Chariot's Cancer energy. I think I've got to say that. Empress Aries, we've got Taurus as well. So we've gone from the 4 to the 5. 5 Pentacles out in the cold. Yeah, this Emperor's out in the cold. They're in lack mindset. I feel this person might be quite greedy as well. So going from the 4 to the 5 to the 7, no, to the 8, which is coming out on top of this Knight of Wands, which is you. You're just working on it, working away, busy, focusing on other things, not paying any. It's funny, like she's looking this way, and the Emperor's kind of looking like pretending he's not looking at her, but you're just not paying him any mind whatsoever. Whatever this person did, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And I'm not saying it wasn't heartbreaking, because anybody just wanting to betray you or be malicious or just basically dull your shine, which is what this antimony was, wasn't it? It was what was the antimony? Man's free spirit. They wanted to kill your free spirit. I think it just, have you seen anything more free spirited than her just sitting there totally chilling, playing her drums with her while her horse prances in the background? She's looking pretty happy, just working away, accepting the truth. 5 of Cups. Heartbreak, not heartbreak, sadness and regret. That's the funny thing when you start listening to your intuition, because you kick yourself and then you see all the signs you missed or you kind of purposefully ignored or made excuses for, and it can kind of, you kind of realize in hindsight that, yeah, I could have saved myself some time and worry and stress and pain if I just been more decisive or, you know, had better boundaries. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, but that's how you become the Hierophant. You learn from those lessons and then you take that as wisdom and you find people that do work for you. I've got the Fool, a new beginning. Fantastic. Yeah, you're taking a leap of faith in a different direction away from this person. Wonderful. Right, I'm going to ask about this because we've got two Knights of Wands and this Emperor who is, I think, just a Knight of Wands trying to look, not one Knight of Wands. Knight of Cups. So we've got two Knights of Cups and this Emperor who are all the same person. So tell me about this Knight of Cups then. That's one we've popped out. What we got here? Quality over quantity. Drama starter. Yeah. They were trying to start drama with Five of Swords. Subtle little. I think one of my other reading, was it the other reading I did today or was it the one yesterday that was very similar? Actually, it was just like little hints, subtle little things, subtle little digs. Almost things you like you don't want to call out because it's like, oh, did they mean it that way? Oh, you're just being too sensitive. Year of the Rat. This person's a rat. Either way. 1960, 72, 84, 96, 2008, 2020. I want to take some of the white deck now. Oops. I'm still asking about the Knight of Cups and the Emperor. I'm going to take some for all three cards. This one, trauma. This person either caused you trauma or they're traumatized. Or they're taking the trauma wounds out in you by Five of Swords in, whichever that is. Because they're not emotionally mature. Got the initial K coming out. New love. I'll take these two. Intimacy and Aquarius. January 20th to February 18th. Well, we're on February 14th now, so maybe you've got a new love coming in. New love, Aquarius, intimacy, and the letter K, which could be this person or this new love person. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave that there. It was just a wee extra reading to fill the time. So thank you for listening to me, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.